So I am recording this. So what I want to do is a couple of things. I want to go to my virtual trip, which I don't have a virtual trip. You have a virtual trip. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your virtual trip and you are going to you're going to give a presentation. Like if I told you you're going to give a 3 to 5 minute presentation in front of the class, you're going to do exactly that, but not in front of the class. Okay? What would you stand up here and say? Hi, this is my trip. This is my trip to digital land. And so you'll see here that I chose that we're going to start at Google Docs and we're going to end up with iMovie. And so here you're going to see that I have my budget, and in my budget I used a spreadsheet because I really thought that since it was numbers and I would need to add up my numbers and it would be organized really nicely, I chose a spreadsheet. Now over here you would travel then to the map. Now for maps it's really interesting because you can actually just use Google Maps, which I can route out where I'm going, and I was able to implement different sightseeing places that you would want to go. So notice what I'm telling you in my presentation is the technology that I used. What multimedia? Did you use a video? Did you use a PowerPoint? Did you use a spreadsheet? Did you use a picture? And why did you choose it? I thought a picture would be good here because I used a video because show me the technology you used to make your project look nice and that it was appropriate. I shouldn't have seen that you used a spreadsheet for your map. Right? That would be an improper use of the technology. So what I'm looking for when I'm grading it is that you made good technology decisions. If you're trying to give parents information, you'd make a nice brochure. You might make a podcast, you might make a video, but you wouldn't make a map, right? So that you use the appropriate things. So you're going to go through and just show off your virtual trip, show off your website, talk about the technology, and don't spend a whole lot of time. None of us really want to sit and listen to a super long presentation, right? So when you're done, you're going to hit stop recording. Okay? Now I'm going to keep going because I want to show you what I'm going to do next. The next thing you want to do is you want to go to YouTube. Okay, so when I go to YouTube, it has this really cool feature on there that you may not know about. Okay, I'm going to go to YouTube, and when I click on upload up here at the top, right, it says upload up at the top, got to be signed in, and I click upload, notice it says webcam. I'm going to webcam myself. This is not optional. I want to see you in your video. And so you'll notice it says down here at the bottom, it says start recording. So I'm just going to start recording. Hey, it's Alice, and I have a virtual trip. I thought it would be really fun to take you through the inner workings of a computer, so we're just going to go on this nice little trip here. Now I thought in order to show you how the inside of the computer works, I better make a movie. So I have this really cool iMovie that I really want to show off to everybody. And I used some different techniques like voiceover, and I used the Ken Burns effect, and da-da-da-da-da, so meow, okay. And then I just click upload. So I would probably do your presentation 2 times, one where you're doing your presentation with the webcam and one where you're doing your presentation with the screencast, okay? Now your final presentation has to have both. So what I'm going to show you is how to do the YouTube video editor so that you can mash them together. So once I have that on there, hopefully just upload straight there. I go to upload, and on this little arrow, I have Video Manager. So you will have you'll do your QuickTime screencast. When I stop the recording, I wanted to export it. I'll show you that in a second. I want to export it to my desktop and then upload it to YouTube. Okay? So I have my screencast in YouTube, and then I'm going to record directly to YouTube using the webcam. And then when you're in the manager, you're going to do checkboxes on the videos, and actions, I need to set them as Creative Commons. You have to have the videos as Creative Commons in order to cut them up and edit them. So I'm going to do Actions, Creative Commons. Okay. And then I'm going to click on my video. And you'll notice if it's set at Creative Commons, it'll say remix this video. When I click on one of the videos, so I'm okay, I'm going to remix this video. And so it puts the video down in there, and then I can, any of my other videos that are Creative Commons, I can pull those in there. So if you want to do it in short little chunks, you could do that. But look at what I can do. If you click on the video itself, you see if I click on it below here, it makes these silver bars. I can actually trim it. So I get a little bit of my screencast, or it's going to be of my webcam. And then I'm going to trim this one. I'm going to get a little bit of my screencast. And then I'm going to bring my webcam back. And I'm going to get a little bit more of my webcam. I'm going to pull my screencast down. I'm going to get a little bit more of my screencast. So you see I'm doing a really bad job of this because I'm doing it randomly. This is going to take you some time because you're going to have to edit it to the, drag it in from the left and drag it in from the right to the segment that you actually want to be talking. Okay? And so I can, if I hit the space bar just like in iMovie, I believe, come here. Play. It's going to work. It's just kidding.
Drag off in there because the first thing I wanted to say.
Yeah. If I hit the space bar, it starts the play and the stop.
So that later I know who.
So you'll want to kind of check it. So it should be switching off between you doing YouTube and you doing the screencast. It's actually pretty fun once you get into it, but it's a little bit tedious to get it just to the right segment. Okay, now if you look up here, you have some different options of other ways that you can edit it. You can add music. I really don't want you to because I want to hear your voice. I'm going to do here the transitions. It looks like a bow tie, and I can just drag the transitions in between my video clips. So it just makes it go from screencast to webcam a little bit more smoothly. Okay, so ultimately you're going to have webcam, screencast, some webcam, some screencasts, kind of going back and forth, putting together what your presentation looks like. Please no more than 5 minutes. Really, 3 minutes would be great because you guys have to watch everybody's videos. So if everybody's video was 5 minutes, how long is it going to take you to watch everyone's video? Right?
Now this is the video on what represent like the virtual filter.
Yes, this is on your virtual trip. Instead of saying it in front of the class and demoing your website, you're going to say it to YouTube and demo it. Okay? When you're done, see up here at the top where it says My Edited Video, you're going to change that to Virtual Trip, CI 100, Team I Am Awesome. Put your team name on there, right? Team name, virtual trip, then click Publish. This is going to show up in your video manager, but I'm then going to take that link, right? There's the link, and I'm going to go to the website. Oops, what happened here? Okay, I'm going to go to the website. I'm going to edit it. Okay, Manuel, I don't know why you have my website open, but I'm going to, okay. Just delete out that insert video YouTube presentation. I'm going to insert video YouTube. Paste. I paste the link to my YouTube video, and it embeds right in there. I hit save. So this is what I should see by the time that you're done making your presentation, is that you've got a hyperlink to your actual virtual trip website. You have your team members' names. Now both of those you just did right now, right? So all you have to do is when you're done with your video, embed your video. Okay? So I'm going to hit stop